Okay, so today we're going to transition from volume to surface area. Volume was units cubed, length times width times height. This is going to be area, so really just kind of two numbers multiplied together to give us units squared. So when we take apart a cylinder looks like this, and we call it net. We've seen that before. This middle part is the curved surface, looks like a rectangle, and then we have two circles that are congruent. Those are the bases. To find the surface area of anything, the surface area is the area of the surfaces. So different terminology here is the lateral area, abbreviated LA. The lateral area of a cylinder is the height and the radius r and the circumference of the base times the height. So this is going to find the rectangle in our net because it's the circumference, which is 2 pi r, and then a bunch of 2 pi r's, or h's, the height. The total surface area then is going to be the rectangle plus the two circles. So they say it's the lateral area, which they said is 2 pi r h, plus 2 pi r squared. 2 pi r squared are the circles, and two of them. So this is the two circles. Again, we're going to be labeling units squared today. So we've got a couple of vocab words. It says you can find the surface area of a cylinder using a net. There they broke it down that the rectangle is the circumference, and then multiplied by the height of how tall it is, and then the two circles. So here's our vocab. The lateral area of a 3D figure is the surface area of the figure excluding, so taking out, the area of the bases. So the lateral area of a cylinder is the area of the curved surface. The total surface area is a 3D figure is the sum of the area of all its surfaces. So given to us by a different formula. So just make sure you carefully read the directions on which one we need to find. So on slide 4, we have a cylinder here. The surface area is going to be equal to the lateral area, which is 2 pi r h, plus two circles, 2 pi r squared. Now we just need to plug in what we know. We know 2 and pi. The radius is 3. The height of the cylinder is from base to base is 9. Plus 2 pi again, and the radius squared. So I'm going to plug in the first one, round to the nearest tenth. 2 pi, 3 times 9 is 27, so just to take a portion out of my calculator, I'm just going to multiply those in my head. So this is 169.6. And then we have, this is 2 pi 3 squared, or 3 squared is 9, so I kind of simplified that work there, 56.5. So we have 56.5 plus our lateral area, and that's 226.1. So the total surface area is 226.1 feet squared this time. Here we have another cylinder, but instead of giving us the radius, they give us the diameter, so find the radius. Half of that, 14 is 7. Surface area is the lateral area, which is 2 pi r h, plus the area of the bases, and there's 2 pi r squareds. 2 pi, the radius we said is 7. The height of the cylinder is the space between the bases, so that's 10. Plus 2 pi radius squared. So this is 2 pi times 70, so when I type in my calculator, I can just skip a step, so 439.8. Plus 2 pi, we could say 7 squared, or 49. 307.8, or 0.9. Add that to our lateral area, and we get 747.7 centimeters squared for the surface area. Anytime you find area, it's going to be units squared. Okay, pause me if I'm going too fast. Here we have a circular fence that is 2 feet high, is to be built around the outside of a carousel. So we have a carousel, and then we have, so inside we've got some ponies and stuff. And then there's a 2-foot fence to be built around it. Okay, so 2 feet high, just visually here. The distance from the center of the carousel to the edge of the fence will be 35 feet. So that's telling us from here to here. So they just gave us the radius. What will be the area of the fencing material that is needed to make this fence around the carousel? So they're asking for the fence. Now, are we going to include Are we going to fence off the carousel or the ground? And the answer is no. So really all we're asking for is the lateral area. And that's equal to that 2 pi r h, the circumference, times the height of how tall the circle is. So 2 pi, 35, and then the height, they said we're going to make it 2 feet tall. So this is 2 pi 75, 471.2. So our lateral area is 471.2 feet squared. And it didn't tell us to round anything differently than 10. So we're finding the lateral area there because we don't want to fence off the top and the bottom. All right, so slide 6. Find the area of the label of a can of tuna with a radius of 5.1 centimeters and the height of 2.9 centimeters. Round to the nearest tenth. So they want just the label. So it's not really asking for the surface area. So if you start with the surface area formula, because you're in this habit of writing 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r squared, we can modify that and say, well, I'm not going to label the circles so I can cross that out. So that's another way to kind of think about what we need. So 2 pi, the radius, it is 5.1, and the height is 2.9 of our tuna can. So I don't know that one, so I'm just going to go 2 pi times 5.1 times 2.9. Left with 92.9. So the lateral area, or the label, is 92.9 centimeters squared. So let's practice this one without a picture to make sure we have everything we need, and I think then we'll just read the directions for the next one. Just find the total surface area of a cylindrical candle with a diameter of 4 inches and a height of 2.5. Well, that diameter is an issue, so we need to do radius. Find that, and then our formula does say total surface area, so 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r squared. 2 pi, radius is 2, height is 2.5, plus 2 pi, radius again, 2 squared. This is 2 pi times 5. It's 31.4 plus 2 pi, 2 squared is 4. 25.1. So 25.1 plus 31.4. Probably could type all that in your calculator at the same time. I just have to be careful. 56.5 inches squared is the total surface area of this candle. So I'm actually going to go ahead and skip these, but you can practice them. Just make sure you read the directions. It does say find the lateral area, and then it says find the total surface area. So if you find the lateral area, you have found the sides, and the total surface area would be the lateral area. Okay, we'll just do one of these. Okay, so find the lateral area. Well, that's 2 pi rh. So that's 2 pi, the radius is 6, the height of the circle is 10, and that's 376.99, rounds up, 377. So just the lateral area, or just the rectangle, yards, is the lateral area. Well, the surface area is equal to 2 pi rh plus the two bases, 2 pi r squared. We know this part already, so we know that that's 377 plus 2 pi, the radius, 6 squared. So this is going to be, I'm just going to type in 2 pi 6 squared, 226.2. And I can add my 377 to that, and I get the total surface area is 603.2. Yards squared. Both lateral area and surface area are yards squared. Okay, so the next one would be very similar. Just make sure you find the radius and not just using the diameter. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Have a great day.